So just thought I'd put in a little bit of an update as to what actually happened, because I did say I'd update you and I never did, in a shock move. So I tried the boots now probably about a month ago, I thought they were really good. I only had a couple of sessions in them, but they made my legs feel markedly different on both occasions. And what was really interesting is so on one of my knees I've got like a old traumatic injury. I dropped a barbell on my knee, it went a bit big. I've got a load of osteoarthritis in that knee as well. It can just get a bit cranking. It can just carry a bit more fluid in sort of the place where the initial traumatic injury was. And because in January I had a tattoo infection on my calf, my right calf, that led to me being really immobile. Because I was immobile, I wasn't doing all my normal squats, my lunges, like all the things that I do day to day to keep it in good nick. It just started to carry a little bit more fluid. The range of motion became a bit more reduced. I was just finding that positions were a bit harder to get into, all that stuff that you don't really want. And obviously, so yeah, the swelling was noticeably quite a lot bigger than it normally is. On the other side, where I'd had my tattoo infection, and I hasten to say you would never ever use the Normatec boots if you got an active infection. That's the last thing you'd want to do. But I knew 100% I hadn't. It had been confirmed by MRI that I definitely hadn't got an infection. It was just fluid. So I knew that I was okay to use it in this case. So there was like a pocket of a fluid that was like remaining and really persistent around that in my calf, and that fluid just completely went. So it went mostly after the first session and then completely after the second session, and it never came back. I thought when I got up and like walked around for a day or two, it might all start to collect in my calf again, and then I'd have to sort of do stuff to kind of pump it back out again. But actually it went, and that was it. And my knee, my left knee, the chronic one, the swelling on that reduced significantly, I would say, probably by about 50%, which it just instantly, like I'll talk about it a little bit in that video that I've put on YouTube, but essentially it reduced by about 50% after the first treatment, a little more after the second, and then because I could take my knee through a full range of motion, I was able to do what I needed to do to get it right back down to where it normally sits, which is, I'm not going to lie, a little fatter than the other knee, just a little pocket of fluid, but it's like within tolerance. It doesn't cause pain, it doesn't cause me any problems. It's one of those where I'm like, you pick your battles, don't you? So I was really happy with the results. Obviously I was using it for swelling, which that was a really specific incident.